Well, I managed to install the little disc that I didn't repair it, I just learned how to use it. This is the one I picked up earlier on today, and it's brilliant. It really is brilliant. More than enough for my needs, so just needs a bit of a clean. But I've got it all working. All the channels work. Everything on it is fantastic. Anyway, we're not here to look at the desk. We're here to look at the Samsung curved screen. This is the one I dismantled a couple of weeks ago because it's got the burnt out edge-lit strips. 2 edge-lit strips arrived yesterday, so we're going to stick them in, see what the picture quality is like. The picture quality is never going to be 100%, but because the prism hasn't cracked, it's probably going to give us, I don't know, 60% picture, something like that, which is going to be fine for me in this workshop, because I'm just using it for a monitor. So let's put it back together. Right. New edge-lit bits have arrived. They don't look original, but why would they? This is the curved TV, which I'm worried has got other problems. Well, I'm not worried. Why would I be worried? Just going to give it a go and see. If the lights turn out to be okay, which I'm sure they will, and the prism screen turns out to be okay. Sorry, if the lights turn out to be okay and the TV turns out to be fine, but we have a problem with the prism sheet, I may invest in getting a prism sheet because I haven't done one for the channel yet. And with it being a curved TV, with it being slightly different and them not making curved TVs anymore, it makes sense to invest. So this is where we were. I think that one goes that side and that one goes this side. Now on the NUs and the RUs and the TUs, you can move these around a little bit left and right, which helps bypass the burnt prism bits. But you can't on these really, because these have got grooves that they fit in and they're screws. So you can't really do anything apart from fit it in the place where it's supposed to be. Otherwise that may have been an option. My goodness, they did not pack this well. So much tape. But anyway. So I want to see if they're going to come on first. Then I want to see what they look like with the prism sheet in. And then we'll see if we get a picture. To be honest with you, I think that's awful. That's asking for an awful lot. But that's what I am doing. Asking for an awful lot. Let me continue. I'll just wire these in and we'll plug in and see what happens. Well, the first thing I've noticed is these 2 plugs didn't go in very well. So again, kind of letting me believe not a Samsung original part. Was I expecting a Samsung original part? No, not really, but I was expecting I was expecting it to go in a bit better. Right, have we got everything in that needs to be in? Yes, we have. So I'm just going to plug it in and see what happens. It may go pop, it may come on. Standby light is in standby. So if the switch wants to, would you look at that? They came on for a second. Okay. But it's gone back to standby. Come on. Do you think it's waiting for the screen? I don't. I don't. I think we've got other problems. It's not supposed to be doing that, I'm sure. Maybe it's waiting for the screen. I think we've got issues, mate. I think we've got issues. I've got to put this together tonight, no matter what. So, to heck with it. Really, to heck with it. I just got to do it. Okay, just going to speed this bit up because it's as boring as taking it to bits. You've seen the video of me dismantling it, so this is just me putting it back together. I did a video earlier about the mixing desk, and I was playing some music from Steely Dan. My goodness, did I get some copyright strikes! I mean, I only played about 5 or 6 seconds, but it was too much. I got so many copyright strikes, I thought Steely Dan were going to come around and slap me around the face with a wet lettuce. Can't believe it. Usually I would have done a test by now, but I wanted to make sure that all plugs are in, the screen's connected. Somebody said that if you don't plug the Wi-Fi in, it can cause issues, so that's the Wi-Fi here now plugged in. I don't believe that. I think this is developed... Oh, I don't know. I don't know, and I won't know until I... plug it in, really. I don't want to put the back on it yet. Well, maybe I do want to put the back on it. I've done everything else. No. I used to be indecisive, but now I'm not so sure. Right. I need to get the mobile camera set up. Well, that's the best sort of angle I can get of the TV. There we go. And I'm just going to plug it in now. What do I think? I think we've got problems. I don't think the screen is smashed or anything like that. I don't think the edge lit lights are perfect. I think we need a new, what's the name, screen, prism sheet. Anyway, let's plug it in. It's plugged in, it's switched on, and it's doing next to nothing. I have got the... Okay, let me switch it off. Put some lights back on. No, there's absolutely no reason why it shouldn't be coming on. It should be coming on. Let me just switch it on again and test what it does. Is it stuck? It may just be in standby. Right, it's in standby. So put it back up. Let's get a remote. Well, I saw a picture, and sadly I've seen lines. Look at that. We got some lines, which may have been there all along, of course. Which is a real shame because it's not that bad. So you do need the screen to be connected. But unfortunately, a whole host of lines down here. As I say, I've had this TV for ages. That is a shame because it's not so bad. I mean, I'll still use it as a spare TV. Those lines are not going to bother me with having it as a, what's the name? And I can, it's probably going to be very easy to get a screen for this. Yes, we've still got a slight problem with the LEDs that you get with these that shine through, but not as much as it could be. That could be a heck of a lot worse. But it's just a shame with those. So there's what, 1, 2, 3 lines, which are only going to get worse. But screens for these do come up pretty quick. So I'm not giving up hope. I will use it for a few weeks, maybe a couple of months as it is. And I will find a screen for it. Because of the backlight issue, there's always screen issues. And so that means there's always going to be screens available. I'm going to stick the back on it anyway and leave it as it is. I'm not terribly disappointed with that. Because the screen, I will pick up a screen for next to nothing. In fact, I'm sure I saw one today on Marketplace. There is a 50-inch curved screen on Marketplace going, but there will be others. There will be others, and for a shared workshop TV, that will be fine. Shame about the lines, but you know, I'm only going to use it. It's only going to replace that one there. That's all it's going to do. So anyway, I don't know why I'm trying to convince you. It's me I need to convince. That's it. Quick tidy up, and it's the end of the night. It's actually gone midnight, which is quite early for me. I'm sometimes cleaning up at 1:32 in the morning. I've put the TV in. It's up and running, so it's there. Again, not perfect, not 100%. Well, apart from the lines, it would have been if it wasn't for those pesky lines, which you can possibly see down there. But they ain't going to bother me because it's just a workshop TV. And as I say, I'm either going to find a screen for it or, well, I'm actually not even going to bother looking for a screen for it until it gets much worse. Those 3 faint lines in a workshop, as I say, is not going to be an issue. I have got a 50-inch Samsung that's waiting for a power board. It may even have the same screen, but no. No, I'm happy with that. The question will always be, did removing that screen and putting it back in cause the damage? That was always a possibility. But as I say, I've had this TV probably for about a year waiting for me to do something, maybe even longer than that, maybe 18 months, I don't know. But for what I'm using it for, which is exactly what you see now, so I can edit and do my bits, it's more than fine. It's quite good, actually. I'm rather pleased with that. And of course, the other thing I did today, which you may have seen, is, well, I didn't really repair it, but I just figured out how to set up the new mixing desk. So that's all set up there, and I'm all set up tomorrow afternoon to fix an LG. So that's it, guys. That's all I can say, you know. Shame about the lines, but I'm not bothered about it. It's what happens, and I can use it as it is. But I bet you one day I will find a screen for it which will be good. I'm not complaining about the backlights at all. Those backlights are absolutely fine, or the edge lits. At least we've learned something today. You do have to attach the screen before the backlights come on this model, which is not a great way to help you test, because the best thing to do with these TVs is to get a pure white screen first and then put the screen in, if you understand what I'm saying. I've said too much. I wish you well. Good night.